Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of getting the engine going. So today I am removing this old cheap Chinese copy carb, which you can see here. It doesn't look like it's in too bad a condition, but they never run very good apparently. And we're changing it for this, an original Zenith 36 carb. This cost around about £280 to be refurbished, and they seem to have made a really good job of it. This is one of the problem areas on these carbs. They get wear in this here, and you can see they've put a new insert in there to stop any play there, and it's basically fully refurbished, so that's worth the money to have a good running Zenith carb. So I'm going to put that on there now, and then we're going to try and attach the cold start or choke cable, which goes on to, where are we, onto here, comes through there and attaches into there. And then I'm going to run the fuel pipes into the can and prime the fuel pump and make sure that we've got fuel coming out of this side of the pipe before it gets connected to the carb. Gaskets. Alright, I've run into a little problem straight away. I don't know if you can see that, but this is your accelerator linkage. It's actually hitting this thread. I suppose I could cut that. In fact, that's what I'm probably going to have to do. You see how it should be sat? So you can see what the problem is. This is the original Zenith, the new reconditioned one, and on this arm here you can see that this brass looking bracket comes down past here, and this is what's hitting this stud. Whereas if you look at the old Chinese copy one, it doesn't have the same bracket behind there. It doesn't have this bit sticking down. So I've got two options. I can either cut the thread down and hope that this one fits, or I can take this apart and take this bracket here and put it onto here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So that's them both off now. This is the new one, that's the old one. You can see the slight different shape to them. This one's longer here. Anyway, I've changed the idle screw over onto that one, and I'm going to put the old one back on here now. Alright, that's it back together. It doesn't look too bad. It's a little bit more grubby around here, but I've cleaned it up quite well. It's not too bad. But the main thing is that this bracket here no longer protrudes down here, so it means that it should sit straight onto the manifold, no bother now. So let's go try that. Back to where we were about 3 hours ago. There's always something that slows you down. Let's have a look then. There we go. Perfect. Spring washers. Pretty awkward to get to these. Not so much this side. The other side's a bit of a nightmare. You can only seem to get a spanner on and do a quarter of a turn at a time. So it's going to take a good few minutes to get this tightened up. So I'm trying to attach this cold start cable. It comes through the bulkhead over there. It goes through here. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to see that very well. This is really awkward, so I'm sorry about it. It needs to go through here, but you need to undo this clip so that I can push it through like that. the outer housing needs to be in the clip, otherwise, as you can see, this doesn't reach into there. So what I need to do is get this outer housing here into this clip. I'm gonna have to put the camera down though. Right, I managed to get that in there and this tightened on there, and it seems to be working all right. It's fully open there, while the knob on the dash is pushed in, and I pull that out. That has closed that, although it could probably close a bit more, so it might need a little bit of adjustment, but it's not too far off. Alright, so I've just put a few of the little extra bits on here. So that's the little rubber or whatever it is, canvas, that allows you to put the clamps around for your air filter to go on there. This is a fuel hose, it's just lightly pushed on. Before I started, I'll just take that off and I'll suck fuel through there to make sure that the fuel's up to there before I even try and start it. So I'll just push that on loosely for now. It's all tightened up. The cold start cable's connected and working properly. I've put this little knobbledy bit on here, which is where the accelerator throttle linkage attaches to this. So I've got this fuel hose and I'm just taking it straight to the petrol can there, and I'm pumping away, and there's just no fuel coming through here. I know it's got quite a long way to go, but I'm sure I should be getting something. And it doesn't even sound like it's working properly. But I have just read on a forum that it can be because the cam lobe is in the wrong position. If the cam lobe's sat at the top, then you don't get the full stroke. So what I'm going to do is quickly turn the engine a little bit and see if that'll make a difference. Just giving it the tiniest of turns. I don't think that's made any difference. Let's try turning it a little bit more. And I'm pretty sure that would be enough to... I'm not sure that this is sucking at all. So I've tried sucking a little bit of petrol through the pipe. Nothing seems to be happening. I don't know how long it's supposed to take. Okay, so what I've tried doing here is got my fuel can here with the pipe going into the take up here. This one here is the one that goes to the carb and comes out of here. So when I suck on this, it's brought fuel into the bowl quite easily. You can see the fuel there. So hopefully, as I pump, it brings more in. And yes, it is. So, success, I think. So I don't know how effective pumping this should be. It's hard to tell if that fuel's going up or not. But it should effectively be squirting out of this end. I don't know if this needs to be full. Let's try sucking it a bit more. You can see how quick that's filled when I've sucked it. So that bowl is now full. You would think that as I pump that, it should come out of this end now. Let's see what happens here. Nothing seems to be coming out of this end. Pretty sure that should be squirting out of there. Hey! Alright, so that's it for this video. I'm a little bit closer to actually getting this engine started. So a quick recap. We've got the nice new reconditioned Zenith carb on, ready, tightened down, cold start attached, fuel lines attached, just ready to go. And on this side we've got the fuel primed. You can see it in there in the bowl ready. This has all been cleaned and taken apart in a previous video. It's the fuel line going round to that, and I'm just going to be running my fuel into my fuel can down there. Next video, I'm going to take out this old distributor, put the new distributor in. I'll have to set up the 6-degree timing marks on here so it's fairly close. Then put my coil on. I'm going to have to fasten a new coil in here, put the spark plugs in, put a bit of power to it and twist it until I get that spark, or I might use a light bulb to do it, and then clamp that down, and then that should be already in the right position. Now once that's done, it's just doing a little wire in some kind of starting harness that I can turn it over and see if it actually starts, and I need to put some oil in it. Okay, I hope you're enjoying this little mini series of getting the engine started, and we'll see you in the next one very soon. Cheers guys.